Pew Research shows religious faith guides around 3/4 of Ohio's population. But how much of it will play a part at the polls?
I said the one thing we know that we can do is pray.
Brian Hansen, the Ohio director of Capitol Ministries, held a prayer event at the Ohio State House less than 1 month before Election Day. And though he is a Christian, he says that favors no candidate.
We are not praying for either one of them to get office. That's not our prayer. Really, our focus is more on ourselves, our own selves, because that's where change really starts. It's not with a movement. The movement starts by each individual looking at taking a good look at their own heart.
Regardless, Ohioans know religion can change how you vote. Eric Dangle, a millennial and board member of the Mid-Ohio Valley Atheists and Humanists, knows that. As he went from Catholic to college to non-theist, he transitioned from Republican to Democrat to Democratic Socialist.
We're underrepresented in Congress. We're majorly underrepresented in most state legislatures across the country and in county and city governments nationwide. And because it's controversial, because you don't, until recently, now honestly this year, there has been some direct outreach to the non-theistic and secular community.
For Ohio State fourth year Aiden Geis, this will be his first presidential election. But he says he didn't expect this much fighting.
Yeah, so that's I don't know, it's disappointing to see that there are a lot of people that are going to vote that just have no tolerance for people on the other side of the political spectrum.
As president of OSU's Alexander Hamilton Society, he says his own debate and voting won't be determined by his Jewish faith.
I don't think I go, well, I'm Jewish, so I should vote, Republican or Democrat. But I think the values I hope maybe because of my religion, certainly influenced by those.
Dangle says that faith influence is unavoidable, but it should stay out of policy.
Religious faith should not come into decisions of legislation and litigation where you're talking about other people's civil liberties. A big example of this is always abortion or LGBTQ plus rights.
Ohioans of many faiths, or no faith at all, will all head to the polls next week. And no matter where they fall on the spectrum, these men all preach unity.
If we have our lives right before Almighty God, I don't care what color your skin is, we're going to find unity.
I hope that my children take away from this entire fiasco that there is such a thing as objective truth and fact-based living and quantitative over qualitative reasoning.
I think that if anything, the fact that people are so polarized right now, that things seem so demoralizing right now, is all the more reason to really try to make a difference.
Nick Lawton, Ohio 24/7 Now.